Sam Trammell?
No.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
It has to be Eric dialogue or it doesn't work.
I'm sick.
He's not very well. Come on.
I got food poisoning.
He does.
Here's the deal. People make way bigger deal about this than it is. But I do end up reading. End up reading Alex because for some reason he's not at the table reads sometimes.
But also, you guys don't have scenes together, so it doesn't.
Oh right.
You know what I mean? So that's.
Would anybody like to hear Sam Trammell do that?
I'm not at all. Please be aware. Members of your audience may be under the age of 18. I don't. Well, I'll do more later. I'm not prepared.
I'm gonna give him something to study and then he'll do something
He's
for
in
us.
so much trouble right now. But my answer would be Eric. I would like to.
You would like to be Eric?
Because I feel like I've been Eric a lot. Table reads.
I feel like you say Pamela, like Alex.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the words at the table where you run like, Pamela. That was you have intonation.
What about the rest of you guys? Who would you want to be? Is there another character you kind of you respond to?
Russell Edgington.
Why Russell?
I mean, do I need to explain?
Does that must speak for itself?
And also, while we're at it, can I please be Dennis O'Hare?
Okay, yeah, totally. Dennis O'Hare, amazing.
I feel like it's really obvious that Andy Belfler wants to be Jason Statham. Who wouldn't?
That's my pick.
What about the rest of you guys? Nelsan, is there anyone else you want to be?
Pam.
There is some crossover between our characters, our eyelashes.
The wardrobe wouldn't have to change that much.
Right?
Yeah, at least the accessories.
Yeah.
What about Deborah? What about you?
Maybe Sarah Newland? It's such a fantastic character, but I feel like part of the reason I say that is because Anna's so fantastic at it, and I would not be as fantastic at it, so...
Oh, thanks, Deb. Thank you. You're like the only person who would What? And I would be you.
Hey, oh, we should do that.
We should switch. Hey, spin-off. Hey.
Oh, I love that. Rutina, what about you?
I would be Pam because she has the best wardrobe, best lines, best everything.
There's some good lines. I gotta say, I'd probably pick Pam too. This guy, his lines are amazing. They hand me.
Carrie, what about you? Would you want to be anyone else besides Arlene?
Well, I pretty much love Arlene, but I think I wouldn't mind being Sam. I wouldn't mind being shapeshifter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be naked a lot, though.
Huh?
Okay, you have to be naked a lot.
True. Can I change my answer? Lafayette.
Nathan, what about you?
I'd say Lafayette.
You know, there's been all this talk about, online about a True Blood musical potentially happening. Would you all ever want to do that?
Yes.
Anna would, yes.
Yeah, I feel like Sarah Newland could have like an amazing gospel religious number at the end of Act 1, and then like she gets attacked.
Yeah.
And then we would know, until we came back for Act 2 what happened to her.
Yeah. I would like a choreographed Sarah Newland stabbing him with a shoe, maybe some kind of chase sequence, dance.
I'd do that. Awesome. Can we just get Anna to do that for real for us?
Oh my gosh, I know.
Just have an Anna show.
Can you improv like the Sarah Newland gospel song? I love that. What about the rest of you guys? Would you want to do a musical ever?
I need a lot of lessons and a couple of things. Singing and dancing, first of all. Marlene is like some Reba McEntire or something, you know, or like Flo from Alice, you know. Standing at the bar, you know, like doing those.
Rock it. I mean, there is a video on someone's iPhone somewhere of you and I performing all of Greece one night in Fantasia.
Yeah.
You would rock it.
Summer 11, right? Is that what we were saying?
Yeah.
Rutina, would you do a musical? Would you ever?
Sorry, I love to dance and sing. Musicals are actually some of my favorite things to do, so I would definitely do it. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Stephen, we know you can sing. So would you want to revisit Bill Compton musically?
Nathan Bauer, who does our amazing music on our show, came to me about 2 years ago with this idea, and so I went to his house and basically laid down a couple of tracks to playing Bill, and we recorded the songs for him to give to Charlene and Alan. And
Is this a toad offense that's happening with the phone?
So,
It's a toad.
oh, a toad-worthy offense. Somebody's phone going. There's no toad of shame here.
Sorry.
Anyway,
We'll explain what Total Shame is after this.
Okay.
So anyway, we recorded this stuff, and it was for Nathan to take to Alan and Charlene and see if it would be something that they would be interested in doing, and they signed off on it. But that was the only thing that I was ever going to do for it, because the idea of I love Bill, but I'm really excited about moving on and maybe singing something else.
Anna, you mentioned the Toad of Shame, which is a thing on set. What is that? Explain
A
that.
couple years ago, who was it that found the toad?
Manuel.
Okay. Found I kid you not, dead, completely pressed, sort of flattened toad on the ground where we shoot all of our exteriors up in Malibu. And so they did what, you know, any rational and normal person would do. They laminated it and made it into a necklace. Which became the Toad of Shame. And the Toad of Shame is awarded for lateness, phones going off, breaking other people's shit, you know, or just generally if we kind of gang up on you. But it's the cell phones going off in the middle of takes is kind of a big one. So I just sort of feel compelled to want to award a toad to anyone whose phone goes off ever now. Except if I stand and yelling toad, toad, toad in public, people are going to say. Well, sorry, more mistake.
Yeah. Who got the toad the most in this group? Who was awarded the most?
I got the toad twice in my last week. I never had the rest of the 7 years. I forgot, like I put my alarm on my phone to bid on some plates on eBay. I was in the middle of my close-up, it went off, and then I got up, ran, bid, got them, went back, wore the toad, and then continued with my
Has anyone else gotten the toad?
Deborah asked for the toad.
I had to request the toad. They weren't going to give it to me, but I totally did a toad-worthy offense, so I had to beg them.
Wait, what was it? What was your toad-worthy offense?
I knocked over a prop beer bottle and got like sticky stuff all over the floor, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's okay, don't worry." And I was like, "I'm not made of glass. Give me the fucking toad." Ladies and gentlemen, I'll take the toad for that.
There's a wall, the wall of shame at work, and there's probably about 250 pictures, because every time that you had to put the toad on, they take a picture of you wearing the toad, and then you have to wear the toad until the next person does something toad-worthy. And there is a wall of about 250 pictures, and I think Wheezy was the winner.
No, Lenny.
Lenny.
Oh yeah, Lenny.
It was Lenny. Manuel dressed up like a toad in a giant toad outfit and presented it to him out of a career.
Oh my gosh.
Fantastic.
I was jealous.
This is what we'll miss.
So if you guys have questions, we're going to start taking questions from the audience in about 5 minutes. So start lining up if you want to ask a question. You guys have been a Comic-Con mainstay now for 7 years. Do you have specific memories of Comic-Con, like other things that stick out in your mind of this experience? Because it's been, I mean, you guys are like rock stars here. So do you remember one moment in particular that stands out?
Well, I'm a virgin. This is my first time here, so this is my favorite moment.
I gotta say, before the show had even aired for the first season, we did a panel here at Comic-Con, and I didn't know that anybody kind of knew we existed, but Charlene has a very, very loyal following. And Wall has a very loyal following, and we packed a giant room. It was like, how do people even know what this is? And I found that to be kind of amazing. And they were just as warm and enthusiastic as once we actually had the show out on the air and people could even watch it. So I found that kind of amazing.
What about the rest of you guys? Do you have any? Stephen, do you have a memory of Comic-Con, a particular one?
I mean that one as well, the same as Anna's, was realizing that we were onto something kind of, that this could be gigantic when the hall was already full before we aired. But one of my favorites is running into Deborah Ann dressed as
Hit Girl.
Hit Girl. No, it was Hit Girl, wasn't it? Who is it from Kick-Ass?
Oh, Hit Girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Years ago.
She was dressed, she walks the floor in costume, because she loves this stuff. And I love waiting to see what she's going to be wearing each year.
She didn't do it this year.
I don't have time this year. I was going to come as Crow from Mystery Science Theater, but...
Wait, Deborah Ann, are you like a fangirl? Like, do you have like obsession? Like, are you a Game of Thrones person? Or
Yeah, I play Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, I'm a big Mystery Science Theater fan, and I read comic books.
She owns a glue gun. A glue gun. She makes her own costumes. Last year she came, we were like, "Where's your costume?" She's like, "My glue gun broke." Like, that's for real.
Deborah Ann actually made an entire wall of shelves for her comic book collection.
Well, for my boyfriend's comic book collection.
There you go.
I made him shoes.
She's awesome.
Not her glue, with like screws.
Yes.
This is very surprising. I feel like
I just want to know, where did you get the Cousin It costume? Because that was pretty
Yeah,
bad.
she won.
I was on like Forbes like best costumes at Comic-Con. They had no idea it was me. So I was like happier than I've ever been in my life.
I love this. I feel like you're coming out at Comic-Con.